Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Malamed Shlita. Here we are midweek, and we ask you to continue davening for Chayalei Tzva Ganei Yisrael for Shalom V'chol Petzuei Yisrael, and a return of our hostages for Kavuras Yisrael. We learn each day Le'ili Nishmat Sarah and Daniel Shemen Harav Daron V'Sheli Hashem Kem Damo. Next paragraph is the last in this chapter, the Berachos Kriyas Shema Smichas Geulah L'Tefillah. Af al pi. So even though the recitation of Kriyas Shema and its blessings is considered its own independent mitzvah, Tefillah Samida mitzvah b'fnei atzma, and the Shemona Esrei is considered a mitzvah in and of itself, nevertheless, we have to place them one next to another without interruption. The Gemara in Brachas Daf Daled, Amud Beis, anyone who puts Geulah next to Tefillah, so that's Goal Yisrael, and next to Shemona Esrei, is considered someone who will go to Olam Haba. And if a person does so at Vasikin, and we had discussed previously many moons ago, meaning you're doing it exactly at sunrise, then it's guaranteed that you won't have damage that entire day. And one who interrupts between Geulah and Tefillah. This is tantamount to a loved one of the king that knocks on the door of the king. When the king comes out and says, "What do you want? What is it that you seek?" Then he went on to something else. And then the king goes on to something else. It's considered rude. When we mention the redemption that Hashem took us out of Egypt, it's like knocking on the door of the king. Because the redemption of the Jewish people from Egypt, this brings to memory the love, the great love that Hashem has for the Jewish people. The love that is similar to that of a bride and a groom. And by recognizing this, the person who is davening can merit closeness, clinging to Hashem. He can make requests for his nation of Israel. And if you make an interruption, then you have lost the opportunity and you have squandered the hour. So even if you hear Kaddish or Kedusha in between Geulah Yisrael and the Shemona Esrei, lo ya'aneh, you may not answer. And even by saying nothing and just stopping and interrupting, by not even saying anything and just being mafsek, also one shouldn't do. Many Chazanim, they finished the bracha of Geulah Yisrael quietly, so that someone will not answer Amen, because Amen might constitute a hefsek. Again, this is a machlokas amongst the poskim, whether answering Amen after Geulah Yisrael, is that considered an interruption between Geulah and Tefillah? So by saying the bracha quietly, that no one would hear it, so that you couldn't answer Amen, this will take anybody out of that possible machlokas. And there are those that are not choshesh for this. And they finish it Geulah Yisrael in a regular voice, in a regular tone. And if there are people in the congregation who are depending and reliant on the chazan to be yotze the tefillah, let's say they can't say it themselves, barur shechov al chazan lomas kol habracha v'kol ram, so then certainly it's clear that the chazan should say it out loud. Interesting note here, expanding on this, note number 6, certainly worth looking at. But let's conclude the chapter. Someone who was late, and he came to davening at a time when they're starting to daven Shemona Esrei, he should daven regularly in the proper order, and then he'll be able to put his Geulah next to Shemona Esrei. And even though you're losing davening with a minyan, because we said that davening the Shemona Esrei with a minyan is the key part, nevertheless, it's better that he should daven in order, because putting Geulah next to Tefillah is more important than davening with the tzibur. But in Marav it's different, and we'll see this later on when we get to it in a number of chapters. Ladas rov haposkim b'Shabbos ein tzarich kol kach l'smoch Geulah Tefillah. According to most poskim, this rule does not apply as much on Shabbos. V'im shama kadosh kedusha ben Geulah Tefillah yana aleihem. And if you hear kadosh or kedusha and you're in between the Shemona Esrei on Shabbos, you're allowed to answer. Again, another long note here, a little bit beyond our purview, but certainly it's always best to be together with the minyan and to be able to say Goal Yisrael and go right into Shemona Esrei. With that, we'll go into your day, so please continue davening for Chayleitz Tefillah Yisrael for Shalom Chol Yisrael. Safe return of our hostages for proper burial. Il Nishmat and Daniel Shimon Harav Doron Visheli Hashem Kedamo. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. We'll see you here next time.